Hello, everybody. My name is Todd, and I'd like to welcome you to the CINCILINGUA membership program. Thank you for all being members of our program here. And as most of you, or at least many of you, I think know, CINCILINGUA is a language institute, and we are located in Cincinnati, Ohio. Cincinnati, Ohio is located in the Midwestern region of the United States of America. And again, it's a pleasure to have you join me here in our lesson video. And this lesson video, we're going to continue with our series on business English, business vocabulary for English. And we're going to be focusing again on idioms for business English. And this is lesson 2. It's part 2 of lesson 2 in our series on this topic. And moving on here, we come to our first idiom, and that idiom is to face the music, to face the music. And the meaning here is to admit that there's a problem and to deal with an unpleasant situation realistically. To admit that there's a problem and to deal with that problem, or to deal with that unpleasant situation realistically. And we have an example to show us what this means. So, for example, Enron executives finally had to face the music and admit that they were involved in some illegal activities. Enron executives finally had to face the music and admit that they were involved in some illegal activities. So they had to admit, there's a problem, and they had to deal with this situation, this unpleasant situation, realistically. They had to face the music. They had to face the facts, and admit their wrongdoings. Okay, and now we have this idiom to fast track a project, to fast track a project. And this means to make a project a high priority, to make a project a high priority, to speed up the time frame of a project, to speed that process up, to speed that project up, okay? And our example here reads, let's fast track this project. We've heard rumors that our competitors are developing similar products. Let's fast track this project. Let's accelerate this project. We've heard rumors that our competitors are developing similar products, I'm sorry. So yeah, we need to accelerate this project. We need to make it a high priority and make it move faster, is the idea. Now we have this idiom, to fine tune, and it means to make a small adjustment to something to increase the effectiveness or to make something work better. To fine tune, to make a small adjustment to something to increase the effectiveness or to make something work better. To fine tune, sometimes we could say to refine or to polish, or we also have this word to tweak. To tweak means to make a small adjustment. Our example reads, the wording of the manager's presentation didn't seem right, so he asked his secretary to fine-tune it. the wording of the manager's presentation didn't seem right. So he asked his secretary to fine tune it. He asked his secretary to make some small changes to make it sound better. Okay, to make it sound better, to refine it, polish it, to tweak it a little bit in the details is the idea. No major changes, but just some small changes. Okay, now we have a game plan, and the meaning here, a game plan refers to an action plan or a plan of action. Okay, it's a plan for how a project will proceed. Plan for how a project will proceed. Example, the company's game plan is to expand its operation into China and India over the next 2 years. The company's game plan is to expand its operation into China and India over the next 2 years. So this is the company's plan of action or action plan. Okay, we have this plan. We're going to expand operations into China and India, into Asia over the next 2 years. That's our plan of action, our game plan. Now we have to generate buzz. To generate buzz, this means to cause many people to start talking about a product or service. To cause many people to start talking about a product or service, usually in a positive way that increases sales. Okay, to generate buzz. The buzz here refers to like people talking, buzz, 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 activity, people talking. Okay, that's the idea. And so we have an example. Procter & Gamble generated lots of buzz for its new toothpaste by giving away free samples on the streets of New York City. Procter & Gamble generated lots of buzz for its new toothpaste by giving away free samples on the streets of New York City. So they generated a lot of business by generating a lot of talk, a lot of buzz, a lot of activity in terms of the people talking by this way of promotion. Okay, and just as an aside, if you don't know, Procter & Gamble, the headquarters is located right here in Cincinnati, Ohio. So if you ever have the occasion to visit us here in Cincinnati, I encourage you to take a trip downtown, and you'll see the Procter & Gamble pavilion where the headquarters is. It's a beautiful headquarters here. So anyway, moving on, we have our next idiom, to get something off the ground. To get something off the ground. And the meaning here is to get started on something. To get started on something, or to get something started. And we're often referring to a project, okay? To get started on something, or to get something started, a project of some kind. Okay, example, we have been designing our new line of cars for months. It's time to take action and get them off the ground. We've been designing our new line of cars for months. It's time to take action and get them off the ground. It's time to take action, and hey, let's start moving them, right? Let's start moving them. Let's start selling them, right? So let's take some action here and start this project, get it off the ground. Okay, So we have looked at 6 business idioms here, and we started with this expression here, to face the music, to face the music. Sometimes we say to face the facts, to face the facts. And this means to admit to the reality of a problem, of a problem that is that exists, and to look at it realistically, and to say, okay, yeah, there's a problem, and we have to now suffer the consequences, or accept the consequences of this situation. We have to face the music. And then we moved on to this expression, to fast track a project. To fast track a project means really to accelerate it, to accelerate a project, to raise it to a high priority, to move it, to push it faster, to make it move fast. Okay, to fast track a project. And then we looked at to fine tune. To fine tune, we said means like to refine, to polish, to make some small changes, not big changes, but small changes, minor adjustments, in order to improve efficiency or effectiveness, or just to make a process easier or better in some way. Sometimes we use the word to tweak in this kind of a context. Would be a synonym, to fine tune, to make small changes. And then we looked at a game plan. A game plan refers to a plan of action, or an action plan, you could say. It refers to the way that we intend to advance a project. Okay, it's a game plan. And then to generate buzz. To generate buzz means to generate, the buzz refers to usually people talking and activity. We're generating excitement and people talking and activity around a new product, for example. Okay, so the job of a marketer, or a marketing company, or a marketing department, is to generate buzz about the products that the company is providing, or about the services that the company provides. We need to get the word out there. We need to generate the buzz and create business. And then to get something off the ground. To get something off the ground means to get something started, to put this thing into motion. Usually a project of some kind is what we're talking about here. Hey, let's get this project started. Let's get it moving. Let's put it into motion. Let's push it. Let's start. Okay, let's get it off the ground. All right. So, okay, well, we're going to wrap this lesson video up. And before doing so, I'm going to wish you all a wonderful remainder of your day. And I'd certainly like to express my appreciation for your attention and for your attendance here. Thank you for being members of our membership program. Thank you for choosing CINCILINGUA to help you to achieve your English speaking, English learning goals. And for now, I'm signing off from Cincinnati, Ohio, and looking forward to seeing you with me here next time as we continue our series on business English. Thank you again. Have a great day.